So what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great and sound in your life. I'm doing absolutely stunning, but still, a lot of things might be pondering in your head and as well my head as well. So what is the issue here? Is that my visa rejection? As you guys already know that I had my visa rejection few months back. So it is the month of April, April 9th today, this date. I got my visa rejection in 2 months back, and this was pretty much a bad journey to be honest. But the thing is that just because I had a visa rejection, does it mean that I would stay quiet, or would I just let the road remain how it is? No, just because my visa got refused, it doesn't mean that my path to the worldwide access is closed forever. It's just a decision of the government of Australia, and they just didn't let me in. Simple as like that. There is nothing much more critical about it, and I'm just to be honest, I would say that in fact I am very much happy that yeah, something maybe perhaps my God Allah Rabbul Alamin has written something more good than Australia. Probably like in Australia, I would have to face some struggle or some hurdles that is is currently perhaps like I mean a lot of things could have come you know at that stage. So I'm not facing those things, right? So I'm living a good life. I mean, life is hard in either way, right? If I had moved in Australia, my life would be hard. If I stay in Bangladesh, my life is hard right now, okay? Right now. So yeah, either way is hard. But yeah, being in Australia, earning a good amount of money and studying in the top class university would make it easier, a bit more easier to uh, make some good money and to secure my future in such a with great opportunities. But yeah, anyways, I as I told you, like God has definitely made some good plans for me, so I'm really not worried about that. So the main point that or the main thing that I have come here to talk about in this video is my very next steps. As you guys always know that I always wanted to become a businessman. In fact, I'm on it. I'm learning all of the skills necessary to become a businessman, like human psychology, negotiation, persuasion, like all the things you say. I'm studying, in depth about it. I know, like I'm a bit naive on that, because I'm just starting over it. But yeah, I'll be on this stage in a very short time. So yeah, I'm just putting all of my efforts and yeah, giving all of my best to master the skills of a typical, not only typical, of the world class businessmen. So yeah, this is my journey of my life is going on, and today's video is all about like my future plan. As since all of you guys know that China is emerging as one of the world's prominent leaders in current times, in recent times. So I'm thinking that I might give it a try in China, because China is always, China, they have already made a good base in business according, to the world data and other stuffs. The world manufacturing side is, just being, uh, they're just being, handled by China in most cases. Like whatever the products you use, they're mostly assembled in China or made in China. So yeah, in that case, I would say that China has great tech and great cities and great education as well. So I believe that China is definitely a great choice to uh, to put the top on my bucket list. And I'm really considering China because if I stay for bachelors for my bachelors in China, let's say if I stay for the 3 to 4 years in China, I might develop some necessary skills because I would be experienced in that area. Let's say if I go to Shanghai or Guangzhou, which is the called the financial hub of China, if I stay in those places or if I go in those places, like this would be a totally different experience than if I live in Australia or any other first world countries, because China is already has built that ecosystem for business. So if I stay in such an environment like China, this will not only develop the necessary business skills on me, but also the ability to deal with uncertainties and all the necessary skills to become a businessman and to become a professional professional in my expertise. So right now, that is what I'm thinking, and China is definitely a great choice, and I'm really looking forward for the opportunity. So yeah, let's really look forward, and yeah, overall China would be really great choice. One thing I would like to say is that, look, like, just because my Australian visa got refused, it doesn't mean that I will be fucking refused from China or any other country, right? So this was just a simple part of life. I mean, Australia refusal was a simple part of life. So perhaps Allah has written some very good things for me in China. So I don't know, like my gut feeling is saying that to go in China and stay there for a couple or 3 to 4 years for and do the bachelor. So after doing the bachelor, I'll be like 25 to 26. So or we have time. I mean, till now I have time. I will utilize every time while staying in China and make all the efforts that are necessary to to do and run a successful business, whether in China or business. So my long-term objective would be to go to China with a subject called international trade and business, where I would be able to learn the hands-on practical skills about businesses, which might be a bit fall because the only way to learn business is to just do business. Anyways, like this is just a coping way, to a pathway, to the business world. So as a student, right? So I'll go there as a student and study the international trade and economics subject there. And in the meantime, I would try to run an import export business from China. As you know, like I have a source, to sell. I mean, in Bangladesh, you can sell almost anything. So the market is pretty big in Bangladesh. So I might need to source some great products, not only great products. I need to find that products that customer really wants it, right? So my goal would be, while staying in China as a student, to not only study for the good grades and to maintain the scholarship, but also it would be, to source products and become a proficient businessman. Like so that after 3 to 4 years, when I would have completed my bachelor's, I would come out not as an university graduate, but also as a professional businessman. So that is my aim. My 3 to 4 years, that is his life. That is life. In my last videos, I've talked about like what my plan was in Australia in 3 to 5 years, and now it has totally changed because the priorities has changed, right? As the country has changed, so did the priorities, right? So yeah, let's put everything what we have on this right now because this is the only option we got right now, and I like really like from the heart of my body, I would really say that yeah, this would be the best ever choice that I would ever make. Moving to China. Probably it will be hard for the couple years. Mandarin, Chinese language, and other stuff. The culture is different, to be honest. It's not an English-speaking country after all, so it might be hard for me to communicate. But I've always a way, to cope over with every uncertainty. So this is just a simple part of life, and yeah, that is it. Like I'll be putting all of my time on it and give all the very best to make my dream come true. And this is a simple step in this is just a simple way for me to become a great businessman in the future. And yeah, I'm really looking forward for it. So yeah, let's not talk about it. Let my action speaks over my thoughts, whatever is spawned in my head. So yeah, I'll meet you guys tomorrow with a new video. And yeah, let's crush this. Let's crush this fucking thing.